And I think we're back. We're back after a little mess and a short episode last time. I'm hoping that things are smooth. Now, I can't guarantee that the stream looks in the highest quality because I guess the sacrifice that I'm trying to make right now is lower the stream bit rate, which is the quality of what the stream is going to look like. So, as long as it's smooth, we'll leave it as it is. I would rather like the look because I don't know. I have the internet to support it, but it just doesn't want to work for some reason. But at the very least, it'll be on YouTube and Twitch. Provided there are no issues. If there are issues, this will be probably another short stream, unless I can somehow magically fix them again. If we continue to have issues, might just end up going back to streaming only on YouTube, so I can have everything I want and eat it too. And we're gonna take a shot at that bow, or that elk with our bow. No, we're not. I don't know what I'm thinking. We were in a place that we have been before. Right now. Last time we left off, we were somewhere over here, having just finished the Broken Tower readout and stuff, and we were like down here. I don't want to move any further south. Nope, our location. But we wanted to move across here and start investigating here. I stopped like somewhere right here on the map, and I was noticing too many issues with the stream, and I did some other just wandering around up to here, essentially to where I wanted to be. Trying to test things out. Didn't make any progress, of course. We just might have picked some flowers along the way. But, and some butterflies, which we're going to pick some more. But, for the short little intro that I've had here... Oh, the elk is coming back. Incredible. We haven't had any issues in the first 2 minutes of the stream. Not that I can tell on my end. So, I suppose we can continue. And specifically, I don't want to be exactly where I'm at right now. I want to continue, I think, south. We're gonna, this entire area here is where and what I want to investigate. And I need to follow this road. This road over here. The map doesn't translate very well. I think it says that there's a road right where I'm standing, but there's not. Not until we get over to where that bridge is. We're gonna hop over here. There's not a lot on this little small kind of island here. But there are a few places that we're gonna stop and see today. Hopefully. I guess there is kind of a road. It's just over there. We are obviously gonna pick all the flowers along the way, as we always do. There's a cart that was attacked by someone. Who knows? Not me, because this is not a quest in which we can do at the moment. I keep talking of quests and places that we can't go to yet. Specifically, it's related to a quest. And generally, they're all actually related to the same quest. It is the Dawngar sort of quest line, which is a major quest line and was not part of the original game. It is a DLC that they added. The makers originally added in. It was the first one. And it's pretty cool. I don't think it's as long as the Civil War. It will definitely not take us as long to get through it, because we, of course, have discovered and explored a lot of the places where we need to go already. But it is important to note. And I want to come this way first, specifically, because there's not much like going for this little area in which we're scouting out and adventuring on immediately. But down here near the bridge... As we continue down this road, it's really hard to see, but you can kind of barely make it out. I know there's not a lot of pixels to see, but there's a little camp up there on a little hill overlooking this bridge here. And that camp is run by bandits, as they're extorting people who are passing by for money and all. It's explained that it's allowed to go on because the dragon's about and the Civil War. There aren't a lot of, bandit raids going on. Raiding bandits specifically and eliminating them and removing them from your territory. Yeah, that guy wants to talk to us, and he'll be like, "Oh, pay the thing, and we'll let you through." We have no need of that. In fact, we're just gonna walk up straight to these people and start wrecking house, as it was. Come on now. Oh, shield lady's kind of kind of handling us a little bit. Not enough. Those guys are shooting us in the back, which is not really a major issue. We want to fight through the front of the camp here. We'll get to those archers in a little bit, because it all ends up looping around. We do have a wizard, which I guess I'm going to do all my healing now, the little bit that I can. But Mr. Lightning Wizard is going to steal all our magicka. You got a fancy little hat, Mr. Oh, of course you do, because you're very strong. A Bandit Marauder. I think that's the highest level we've seen of the bandits. Nice little Tricone, I guess Sea Dog hat is they're calling it. Yeah, let's take care of these archers first. These guys are kind of tough, but because they're archers, their weaponry isn't that great. Even if their skill is. And then we'll hop over here, get the last bow boy. It isn't really a boy. It isn't really alive anymore. So I guess no need to worry about that. And after all that chaos outside, all this loudness, all this cacophony, if we just walk here, the bandit chief has just been here sleeping the whole time. Hasn't heard a thing, so we can finish her off in one fell swoop. That's actually way faster than I thought it would be. And we can start getting some of this nice loot. Ebony bow, don't mind if I do. Ring of major health. That, in fact, I believe is better than our current ring. By only 10 points, but I will sure take it. No wonder there's so many archers. They have a book in here called The Black Arrow they've all been reading to train up on. And I guess you did have some notable stuff. I don't think we'll take the heavy armor, but key to Robber's Gorge. And the mace we're going to take. The key specifically unlocks to down here. There's a little like smuggler's area down here. Where they've got some stuff hidden away. Journal from the bandit leader, blah blah blah. Says some stuff, I don't care. We're down here for the loot. There's nothing in that chest. I mean, the mushrooms are probably our biggest haul as we that we're gonna get from here. Well, I guess we do get some pretty decent equipment off of the bandit captain there, and then we can go down there, swim and catch salmon if we really want to. We are gonna come swim because this is kind of how they're smuggling stuff. And now they got a little boat that goes out to the river and things. Nothing too fancy, but we don't want to cross the river. We want to continue this way. And in fact, we don't want to cross this river either. So we might just barely eke by and see the next little point of interest up here. It's a little hunter's cabin coming up. Which is technically on the other side of the river. There's nothing to take here, no one to fight. We'll just stop by, say hi, get the fast travel points, steal some fish eggs. I don't know why they grow there like that. Crabber's shanty. Yeah, these are crabbers because specifically mud crabs are running all along the river here. As you can kind of see, there's one over there. There's some hidden over there. We're staying on this side of the river specifically, at least for the day. We're going to head up here, a little to the north, as there is another little crypt in which we can explore. And this is actually a nice little crypt. It looks really cool on the outside. It's pretty deep. There's a nice little pool here that we can bathe in if we want to. And even some flowers. Don't mind if I do. And let's head on into Dead Men's Respite. Respite, I think. And we have a ghost. That blue ethereal guy. What is he, Mr. Ghost? Hello, Mr. Ghost. How are you doing? Don't walk away from me. I'm talking to you. Hey. He disappeared. Incredible. What sort of ghostly powers does he have? Actually, I know you. Specifically, this claw here opens up that gate as we pull off that pedestal and then awakens these guys. These zombies kind of have like artificial souls in them, which is why we're able to steal them. Check your encoder settings. Keyframe interval 1.461. That's not true. Recommended 2. I have it set to 2. Come on, game. That's not... I guess not the game. The game's not messing up. It's the thing. Ooh, a glass sword that I don't need. And a wall that surely must lead. Surely must open at some point. But not now. It'll have to be later. Let's get some cash money there. I can step on this pedestal again and push it down, but it doesn't seem to close the door, which is very... Oh. Don't you think you can get away from me and try to lead me into a trap? Mr. Disappearing Ghost. I don't think we can pass up any good loot. I want to look at the claw we just found. It was the ruby claw specifically, I think. Yes, this one. I don't have them all perfectly memorized, but this one is wolf, bird, wolf is the pattern on the palm of the claw. And I am 100% certain. One, because I know this dungeon. Two, because that's not good. Actually, we've fought those guys before. I think we do handle Scourge Draugr fairly well. So, aside from the fact that we saw the subtitle saying he was a Draugr Scourge, the Scourge are the lowest tier who can use shouts in the same way we can the dragon stuff. And, we just gotta open this chain here. It'll spin these doors around. Now we can get to them. If you just whiff in the air. Yeah, we're too strong to get stunned by his weak. I dodged it. I tried to jump over a little pressure pad underneath, but didn't quite make it. Coin purse, soul gem, potion. Another one of these. Oh, I let myself get hit accidentally. Excuse me, sir. Your head does not belong in your head, so let me remove it, please. And now this way is open. And this is where the ghost continues to lead us. Where is it leading us? Who knows? Into more traps? Perhaps. Spiders? Never. Not even a ghost would curse spiders on someone. And I think we're supposed to fall down there. Ooh, a glass greatsword. We'll take that. I think a glass greatsword is technically an upgrade to our current sword. We obviously have to go and do some smithing and improve it specifically, but yeah, we do go down here. At least there's water to soften the fall. Is there any loot down here? There usually is in these pools, but I guess not. It either was too small for me to notice, or it wasn't there. Yes, Mr. Ghost continues to lead us. Got barely a glimpse of him. Man, we're just one-shot most of these guys. You're restless, absorbing their souls to power our soul gems. We got slicey diceys going. I don't think you're out of the woodworks either. Don't think you're out of the woodwork either, bud. As I fumble over my words. Oh, we're barely clinging on. Come on. There we go. We'll disable that because it's really loud. Nice. So we're slowly making our way through this little dungeon. We're actually going pretty fast. So far, the fights have not been a big threat. Let me get some healing potions. This enchanter I don't think we have anything. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I accidentally picked up a ruined book, which will drop on the ground. Ruined books are obviously ruined and completely useless. Nothing to disenchant. Beautiful. And then Mr. Ghost had come over here. And this door is sealed. It is sealed by a magical barrier. Oh, and we got more Draugr. Oh, Death Lord. So the Draugr Death Lord is the next tier up after the Scourge. He's not the strongest. He's not the strongest Draugr we can face in the game. But he's the second strongest. Still pretty rough. Not as bad as our first few encounters with him. But still a powerful opponent that if we're not too careful about, he will obliterate us. We're doing some hippity hopping around some more pressure plates. I'll say hi to some more Draugr. And an expert lock. What wonderful loot is hidden behind here? Ow. Yeah, I was afraid. This is the one that I was remembering. Expert door leads to a master lock. Oh. Ooh, we have a good shot in saving a bunch of lockpicks. Well, I guess not. Not as good as I had hoped. Is it further to the left? No. It was further to the left. It's hard to tell exactly where your lockpick is turned to. You gotta kind of base. I'm kind of basing it off this little like pin in the lock up here that I'm kind of like covering here. And it breaks so fast once it gets to its limit on these master locks. I need to go further down. Okay. There we go. Some amber. Dwarven sword of depleting, elven arrow, staff of pain, and garbage. Most of that stuff is pretty useful to us. At least to sell. We have some Draugr waiting behind this gate to fight us. Oh, and we're locked in here. Oh, and it opens up to here. They're not locked. This is a trap. Speaking of traps, we got more here. This dungeon has had the most traps that we've yet seen in any individual dungeon. And I heard you walking up behind me. I was ready. Ain't sneaking up on me. Not with those bony feet wandering around. Okay, good. That is the way we want to go. For the legs, for the head. Do the full combo. As always, we're getting tons of soul gems filled. I'm just looking around here and make sure we're not missing any loot that's hidden. As we do need to continue downward. Ooh. Little lever opening up this doorway here. And the ghost waiting here. Speak to me. King Olaf's verse. Oh, this is for... We're gonna take the book. You disappear. And that book is actually for a quest. We can actually come here and do the entire part of the quests and the whole dungeon without actually like picking the quest up. There's a quest actually in Solitude for the Bard's College. And King's Olaf First is what they want us to collect. Oh wait. The ghost is up here. Are you the King Olaf or are you the bard that wrote the song? And he opens up the sealed door. And the sealed door leads to another sealed door. Incredible. And we need wolf, bird, wolf. So the first one was fine, but we got to change these bottom two twice. So we had to take a look at the sapphire claw. Yes, sir. Oh, our ghost buddy still isn't here. He's leading me into something. Who knows what it is? Oh, it's a nice, large, grand cathedral. Oh, there's our ghost buddy.
Olaf, it is time.
Oh, the guy we're gonna fight is Olaf. And he's gonna help us fight. Yeah. Gonna get to the Draugr. No problem, really. Especially with an ally to help us fight. Let's steal his stuff off the table first. He can handle these one or two for a few seconds before I come. Oh man. Guy got behind me, and our boy. I want to say his name is Olaf, but it's not. I know it's not. It's Skulvi or Skulva or something. He's got our back, it seems. He's actually not a bad fighter himself. I mean, 29 damage isn't a lot, but compared to when we can do 131. Mostly because, yeah, our two-handed skill is 91 now.
Arise, Olaf. My vengeance is at hand.
Yeah, you tell him. Ooh, he's got like generals up here. Oh, these are tough guys. These are Scourge, which luckily don't deal a lot of damage when they have crappy weapons. I can literally just let them wail on me like that, and we're fine. The two-handers are a little bit more dangerous, but they attack slower, and especially if they don't attack me. Dang, Draugr Scourge. Oh, there's a word wall. I'm gonna go get the word wall really quick. We get the word wall. That way it's not like haunting us. Oh, he's got ice. Ice breath. And he's got a really good sword. Ebony sword, and he's tougher than, of course, his generals. But not something we can't handle. Olaf is slain, his sword is ours. We will take all of his stuff. Mr. Ghost, what do you want us to do? I can't hear your song. Truly a tragic tale. I don't think there's any extra loot down here, but there's this nice little, as it is, treasury, which actually isn't that good. Iron battle axe, yeah, definitely not ultra valuable. Wardreef heavy battle crown. That's not too bad, aside from the fact that it makes me weigh a ton. Yeah, we got the big boy Holland boots, so we got no problem moving around with a little bit extra weight. And we're back out the front. Beautiful. So yeah, it kind of feels longer than it really is. It took us less than 20 minutes to finish that dungeon, which actually is pretty on par for the course for Skyrim dungeons. We are stacked up for our weight at least, so we're gonna fast travel to. I think we want to fast travel home first because it's nighttime, and what I should be doing, and I often don't do, is sleeping in my bed at home to get the well-rested bonus before I go do all my like chores and stuff. You know, selling things, putting things away. So we will come back to the manor and put some things away. We have our bug living in our home. He's an okay roommate, I suppose. Got a lot of ingredients to drop off. That means we can put our regular boots back on. I don't really like the look of the new armor we got last time. We're gonna upgrade soon. We're slowly getting enough stuff for smithing. This is my enchantment storage barrel. I've got the old set of armor here. It does look way cooler. But I need to put all the soul gems. Oh, these Valera stones? Filled with common soul. Okay, well. We have a lot of lesser souls, which I'm assuming are all those Draugr we finished off. The only worry I would ever have is if I ran out of common, lesser, and petty soul gems and started putting like lower tier souls in the greater or grand soul gems. Oh hey, Mom made it. Nice. Glad that you're here. So far, it looks like the stream is running smooth. It's not as high a quality as I would normally want it to be, but I guess that's the trade-off we're going to get for the smoothness. Because so far in the 20 minutes I've been streaming, things are completely smooth. And we still have a lot of weight on our back. We're going to head to bed because we need to get up in the morning and sell some stuff. We awaken feeling well rested. So we're going to head out the front door and head on to the shops. Actually, we might not head directly to the shops first. We want to head to the smithy. Because at the smithy, we can smelt some of our armor down. Bought myself a tea kettle for Mother's Day. Thank you. Well, I didn't buy it for you, but I guess you're welcome. Tell your brother. Well, I will as soon as he crawls out of his room eventually. If I end up seeing him. He needs to do laundry. I'm screwing up, goofing around, trying to get up this shortcut. But we need to come to the smelter over here. Oh wow, the Wild Hunt Light Cuirass actually gives us dragon scales, which I will absolutely get. Dwarven Greatsword gets us some nice stuff too. Ebony Axe, unarmored mage stuff, the Battle Crown, Ebony Bow, the sword, and the Glass Greatsword. So we smelt all that down. We left our pickaxe obviously because we need to keep the pickaxe on us. But the people in town here in the little stores don't have enough money to buy all that stuff. So that's why we're smelting it all down now. Because it's really, really valuable.
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. Let's see if we can't find an outfit.
Yeah, and these are the pretentious elves again. Who are bothering me. Who I think you called wenches last time. I knew we had some jewelry we could sell. So we always stop by them first to get them out of the way. See, yeah, they insult me about old rags, and I'm literally wearing the best suit of armor the Imperial Army will hand out, and some even better stuff, some ancient super artifact on my head. Nothing satisfies them unless you're wearing their clothes.
Yes? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
And the good old general store, which will take all we got. Let's see, Dwarven Sword depleting. Let's see, some of these we don't need. Some of them are really good. That staff that's a really valuable staff. Staff of Pain creates an immobile illusion linked to the target for 20 seconds. Damage felt by either is felt by both. Really weird. We might... Staves are kind of crap, honestly. So I don't think we're actually going to do anything with the staff stuff, but... Still have some books.
Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
Open on the door.
Good morning.
If you're not mean to the wenches, they may call your clothing's rags.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. I hope. Take a look.
Hello, Angeline. I would like to buy all your ingredients. Thank you very much, and I would like to sell you some potions. Some potions I have collected on my travel. I've already run you out of money, but thank you very much. We have so much money. I shouldn't say so much. Obviously, we're going to have to buy a house eventually in the future. some more. We're kind of getting to the point where, yeah, like we can sell so much stuff. We more specifically have so many things to sell, but we can't sell them because people just don't have the money to buy it. Our alchemy is obviously maxed out. We're saving some skill points for smithing. Which, speaking of smithing, I need to go back home and drop all the stuff we smelted or the ingredients we bought back off at home. Oh, it's a double negative. If you are mean to the wenches, they'll call your clothing as rags. I suppose. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the look of this either. This Imperial armor I've got wearing now. I mean, the helmet thing looks kind of cool. What did I miss? You have a house? Yeah, I've had a house for a long time. A lot of episodes, actually. I've had a house for quite a while. It is called the Proudspire Manor. I've been back and forth, and I kind of do it off stream. I do a lot of the management stuff. It's mostly just inventory management, but it's called the Proudspire Manor. It's this house here. It doesn't look like much on the outside. It's definitely bigger on the inside, as we'll come to see. But it's got that lower entrance and the side entrance here. And I don't think you've seen it furnished, maybe. But it's got some stuff on the shelves, you know, nice little table down here, a beautiful dining room with our bug guy, who we, again, episodes and episodes ago we discovered, and he's just our pet now. I have also discovered this fish tank, which I can get little fish and put in here. I might have some fish downstairs in a barrel, which is weird to say, but it works, trust me. Fish are magical. I have an Asebian longfish. Let me put all this with the Asebian longfish and see if I can put them in there. I knew you had a house, but you were talking about buying a house. Are you going to buy a vacation home? Yes and no. So what my current plan is, let me go to the map and the big world map. So how I kind of play the game so that I can kind of experience every city is I'm going to explore and adventure around the entire map. It's a huge, huge map. You can see the huge areas that I haven't been to and the ones that I have, just from the main Civil War quest line and stuff. But a lot of it is undiscovered still, outside of all this that I've thoroughly gone through here near Solitude. And in some of the cities, specifically Solitude, Markarth, Whiterun, Riften, and Windhelm, there are houses you can buy in town. And what I want to do to kind of like live out of the house and experience other territories and areas and stuff is all my adventuring that I do in Solitude, I'm going to kind of live out of my Solitude house that I can buy. And when I go to Markarth and buy its house, I'm going to do all the Markarth exploration stuff and kind of live out of that town. Same for Whiterun, all the areas and adventures I have around Whiterun, live out of the Whiterun house. Now, Falkreath, Dawnstar, and Morthal do not have their own specific houses. They have a different thing where you can actually buy a plot of land and build your own house. It's kind of weird mechanic. I don't like it a lot because it doesn't work well in some regards and it works well in others. We might try that, but not till later. Not till we do the other houses at least, because I don't know. It seems kind of tedious to build your own house because you don't get to like build. You don't get to like build your house easily or go buy materials and just have someone build it. You have to like go out, mine clay manually yourself for an hour, go out to a lumber yard and lumber trees and cut them up for an hour. It's really weird because you have to get everything yourself. But let's get this fish tank. We can see the little fish in there. Beautiful. I think there's slots for 3 of them in here. We'll just have one for now. We'll see how he adapts. It's just an animation thing. There's nothing to worry about feeding them or anything. But yeah, the house is pretty nice. What was I coming back here for? Oh, to put away the smithing stuff. Of course. we are getting a good amount of stuff for our final little push to max out smithing. You can get yourself a wench to run your household in each city. The game doesn't support it specifically. You can recruit followers. So Whiterun and all these territories, you can become Thane of the region, which is like a noble position. And they'll appoint you a housecarl, which can be an adventurer that follows you around. And you can leave it at home and they can kind of look over things. Whiterun specifically is the one that's most popular. Lydia specifically has already been appointed to me, but I ignore her because Lydia is not a good follower. You can tell her to stay in your house, which I don't own yet in Whiterun. We'll eventually have to put her there, but it is kind of rude to call them wenches. But you can technically also get married, which is a kind of complicated process, kind of not complicated. It's weird how you go about it, because you have to like give the person you want to marry a special amulet, and then you have to like tell a priest in Markarth, specifically Markarth the town, that you want to marry them, and you have a thing, and then all of a sudden you're married. There's no extra work to do that. I don't know why I'm doing all this jumping around when we should be out adventuring. We'll go back to Dead Man's Respite and continue our adventure. Now, I want to go north, because as we are not exploring any further south, and there's definitely some stuff over in here in this territory that we have kind of gone to see, but didn't end up completely clearing or even delving into. I guess we'll follow the river for a little bit to the left, since it's our kind of boundary for now as we explore in this Solitude area. Ooh. Mr. Elk, I can see you down there. Can I make this shot? Yes, I can. Yes, we can, baby. And the other elk's running, of course. But, yeah, we finally smithed ourselves a bow that is strong enough to take down an elk in one shot, which is nice to see. Oh. Never should have come here. Why not? You got some nice looking armor, Mr. Orc. And you're actually pretty tough. Like, respectably tough for my level, at least. I mean, it's still not much of a fight for me, because of just how powerful I am. Oh, doing potions on me, are you? Yeah, it's real tough to beat us in a 1v1. Let's see, iron ore, potion of stamina, primitive Nord heavy cuirass. Malachite. I mean, it's not... we don't need to take his armor or anything. I think we got enough stuff at home, and it's not worth it that much. So, let us continue. A nice cool looking waterfall over there. It probably signals that there's like some treasure or something you can find over there. But alas, the boundaries are the river for us. We cannot pass no further. Oh, I hear a bear. I heard him roar once. He's not aggressive against us. He's just kind of, roaring to call us territory for now. Let's see. Yeah, we want to head into the swamp. Do the last bit of exploring. I don't think there's a lot to explore in the swamp specifically. So we gotta march our way down here. I just want to make sure everything on this island is explored. And it does appear so. We'll do a little bit of running around. Ooh, I think the, oh, what are you guys? A Thalmor Justicar. You guys are... These are elves. These are the high elves, and they've got some sick-looking armor. It's light armor, I think. I've seen it before. Oh, and the Imperials took this place. Ah, cool. Nice. Fort Snowhawk. Good to see that the Imperial is doing its job again. But yeah, I think there is one little shack over here in which we have not explored in all this immediate area. along here. And this is the site of that first... I don't know if I can I? I might be able to. We're gonna hop on this fight first. I can't believe Stormcloak rebels are still... around for long. Wait, a Legion is clearing the guys out. I don't have to help. They're just handling them no problem. But yeah, I can go back. They're still on the road here. Can I just talk to them and tell them, hey, I worship Talos?
Speak quickly.
Nope.
Make it quick.
Speak quickly. Need something?
I can't tell them. Try talking to all of them. Dang. They've sent assassins against me before. We were heading that direction. Because there is a little shack here. I think this is where that straight dog at one point was. So how did the Imperial Troops again? So cool.
Need something?
But especially compared to the crappy Imperial stuff that I've since I should probably show them my own, you know. And even though the Civil War is over. This was your master, right? Miko, what's wrong, boy? Hello, you can be a good dog. Follow me, Miko. Yeah, I think this was his master here. Who's Mac, and died or something? I don't know. You can read the journal if that's what for me. Is that now? Yeah, good dog. Oh, no. The downside is man. It's kind of disappointing. I'm not seeing any issues on my even though you don't have Bennett because it's not telling me I actually have any issues right now. I was just wandering around as I talked, but it looks like there's spiders down here. We get into this. It looks so goofy in all our animations because of our armor we're currently wearing. I'm definitely going to change it out for the next episode, but got about another 20 minutes to go, so let's find ourselves another... Oh, man, there's another red dot over here. Oh no, it's a fish, isn't it? It's a slaughterfish. No, it's a spider. I thought it was a fish going through there. Incredible. Yeah, I think one of the downsides of me getting a smoother stream, if it's smoother, it says so on my end, but it, as you're saying, it's lagging. It might not be. But one of the things I gave up for is smoothness. Oh man. I keep wandering and I need to fast travel while I'm talking. Chars? What are you guys... What? What are Chars doing out here? These are the guys that the Falmer deep under the ground raise. Incredible. Maybe Luke's game is making it up on my end. He's upstairs babbling. Okay, that might be what's going on. Let's just fast travel before we're going. So when we were here during Morthal the first time, we hit up pretty much everything that needed hitting up. We're going to fast travel to the abandoned shack. I'm not gonna fast travel right now. I'm gonna explain because there's some stuff over here that we have yet to explore. And that's kind of the last little bit that I want to explore as we are living in and around Solitude. Let's see, abandoned shack with a bunch of blood on the door. We can't get inside because it's for another quest. So we shall leave it as it is. Let's see, we got, I want to go swim and get those bugs, but it's so weird. I want to like role play as my dragonborn, you know, soldier hero guy. I don't think he would go running around in the water to catch dragonflies. We're gonna walk around these horkers, these elephant seals, I think is they're based on. Oh, here's what I was talking about. This is a clay deposit where you would mine clay to like build things for your house. Nope. Spider. No, it's Charis again. You aren't a normal. You're not supposed to be a wildlife creature. Why are you out here? It's like I'm too high level for spiders now, so they send those guys. So those guys spawn instead, which is very strange. I guess I shouldn't worry about it too much. They're not that big an issue for me. There's a little small ruin down there, but I don't think it's that important. I think this is the big one. The High Gate Ruins that have dead Draugr outside. Has someone been here before? It's not me. I have not been here before. Oh, yep, I definitely hear some talking. Now listen, if I put my sword away, will you speak to me instead of fighting me immediately?
I have to wonder, what does the Dragonborn do once he's summoned by the Greybeards?
Well,
Can the Thune be taught like any skill? I heard the gourmet is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook?
who? What? First off, she says something about the Dragonborn, which is me. And I know exactly what the Dragonborn would do after being summoned by the Greybeards. He would not go to the Greybeards, because that's what I've done. And then she says something about the gourmet.
I'm Anska. Are you here
Who are
to
you?
help?
Here to help with what?
I've finally located Voken's crypt. The scroll I'm looking for
Ooh.
just has to be here. Maybe you can
Voken.
help find it. I just know it's in here.
What kind of help do you
Vokun
need?
is as powerful as I think. I may need a little help dealing with him.
What do I
You can
get?
have anything, except the scroll, of course.
Very well.
Right. With the two of us,
It's
this
a
should
deal.
be easy.
Vokun, now I know who Vokun is. My character obviously doesn't. But Vokun has a mask very similar to the one I'm currently wearing. They are called the Dragon Priests, each of these guys. And I've only got one of the masks so far. And this quest will gather us another. I think there's 8 in total. And we can eventually collect them to get a super powerful mask that is like our mask. Oh, Mr. Scourge.
Is someone there?
I wish the soul trap thing was quieter, because it does get annoying after a while, all the thundering and lightning. Sorry, I thought we had them all killed. Yeah, that thunder noise it keeps making every single time. Now, Akan, or whatever her name is. Where are we supposed to go from here? Oh, she's following. Anska. Anska? I don't know. Are we supposed to go this way? Probably. I should keep the sword out. There's a trap here. There's a trap here, but there's nothing to set off the trap.
Huh?
That doesn't make sense. Oh no. I don't know what happened there. We kind of got like caught mid-swing and it lagged there a little bit on my end. Not the stream, of course, but like the game actually, which is very weird. Oh, give me that gem. The higher level Draugr sometimes carry nicer stuff on them. Sometimes it's a nice weapon that isn't like a Nord piece of crap weapon, but sometimes it's an ebony weapon. You got a little bit of. Never mind. I'm probably, yeah, I'm just as bad. I got something sticking out of me. Orcish sword we don't need. Warbler eggs. Luna moth wings. Don't mind if I do.
I heard it howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
What? She has like random NPC in a town dialogue that she's saying, because I've heard it before. Oh, please don't step on that. Or yeah, wander around it. Thank you very much. It's very unnerving. I can't bash it open. Darn. Normally those like standing sarcophagus like that have someone burst out of it and
This
attack
looks
you.
like some sort of lever puzzle. We'll have to figure out the correct order to flip them.
A lever puzzle, huh? So bird, whale, fox, snake. I see that up there. And that's the order we gotta pull these in, right? So there's bird, whale. So this is bird. Is this whale? Whale. Fox, snake. And so fox is here. And snake is over here. Perfect. I mean, it seems like a child's puzzle, but you would be surprised at how complicated it is the first time you try and do stuff like that. Mostly because you don't know where those levers are the first time you come down here and start using them. Oh, easy peasy. The Draugr stand no chance against I, except the Scourge. The Scourge are pretty rough. No, I don't think so. I think we got plenty of them. There's plenty more. Yep. There's 2 more waking up. Whoa, she's got some powerful lightning. If you noticed, she hit one and it chained to the other, which is it's called chain lightning. It's a very strong spell. Oh, dang it. Wow, yeah, and she sent them launched through the ceiling. My memory is a bit foggy on this mission specifically. I don't know if she like betrays us in the end or something. Yeah, you tell him. We won't leave here alive. Let me loot this chest away from that pressure plate. She actually blasted him from here through the wall all the way to over here. Incredible. What incredible power she wields.
That gem looks suspicious to me.
That's why we're gonna take it.
Someone do something. Won't die.
Oh man, she obliterates him. Yeah, I really hope she doesn't betray us in the end, because that's actually very disconcerting to our health if we have to fight her in the end.
We must be close.
I completely like brain farted and didn't see the pressure plates on the floor. My goodness, I'm gonna get myself killed. Or worse.
Did you hear something?
Dodge that. Take him out in a nice little combo. Hit that lever. Hit the other door. Uh-oh. Now we got a Scourge Lord. Which I didn't know exists. I thought the Death Overlords were the strongest. I guess not. Or maybe they are. Maybe this guy is not as strong as the Draugr Death Overlord. Ooh, and a bunch of stuff left here. We got something I don't know what I picked up. What was that? Was that a piece of armor or something? Redguard Knight Light Coif. I guess we'll take it. It's only two pounds. And we're into the throne room. I'm so excited, and I keep stumbling over my words. I need to make sure I slow down and get some extra potions for healing. Ooh. And the door opens as he is summoned.
Did you hear something?
Yeah. So we fought one of these dragon pre-suits. Oh my goodness, she is so strong. That actually hurts us a little bit. Luckily we're tough as nails. Oh, it doesn't hurt as much as he hits us with a fireball. Holy cow. Let's chill for a bit and quick heal. Uh-oh. Aren't you firing back at me? I mean, you're fast as a fart through a wind tunnel, but he stopped attacking. Oh, I think he's out of magic. Or something. Something happened, and now he's on it again. Okay. The first one we fought didn't fight back, and I couldn't get him to actually fight back. But this one, this guy sure is. Let's get some healing. Yeah, he's aggroed on her a little bit. Now turn back to me. If I stun him, hit, bash, finish him off.
Let's move on. The scroll must be in the next.
Scroll must be in the next room. Great. Ring of the Dragon converts magic into fire enchantment arrows. Don't need it, but we'll take that staff and Voken. This cool mask that makes Conjuration, Illusion, and Alteration spells cost less mana. Which will not be useful to us in the immediate time, but eventually we might use it. Actually, we'll probably be able to make better magic gear for us.
There it is, on the table.
There it is on the table. That scroll. Oh, I see that chest there. We're gonna loot that first. Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing actually pretty good. I'm excitedly playing Skyrim. I actually might play it quite a bit. Oh, she wants this scroll.
Need something?
Anska, I have retrieved the scroll for you.
I cannot thank you enough for all of the help.
You're not gonna betray me.
And here's a little something for helping me out.
And you pay me? Incredible. She gave me a spell scroll. I'm gonna learn some more. Today is great. Oh, that was a quest. Nice, so we learned some more power. Storm Call. Beautiful. Things are going great. Got some more stuff to loot. Some really valuable stuff, which kind of bums me out again. Because a lot of the stuff we're not going to use, and we want to sell, but we just can't. The traders just aren't as stacked with cash as much as we want them to be. And can't buy all the stuff we want to sell to them. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to have to store it all. Well, actually, we're kind of already past that point at home. What way is out? Left or right? I can't remember. Okay, it's definitely this way. Are you playing modded Skyrim? Yes, we are. I am running what is mostly vanilla. The list is... We have immersive... Or, sorry, what is it? We have immersive weather, as you can kind of maybe tell by the snowstorm going on right now. We're gonna back home as I sort of talk through this. We have immersive weather, and we have like about a dozen of them. We have the archery one.
Been a part of the Red Waves crew.
I can't remember what it's called. If I look at magic, we've got, I think it's here. We have citizens control, so the flee from the dragons, which I think is called flee mortals. So if someone attacks a town, obviously, you know, like a dragon, the people don't just go out and get themselves killed. We have auxiliary armors, and I think we have weapons as well. We have Wildcat, which is a combat rework system. I don't use most of the Wildcat stuff, but it does help a little bit. And there's a remove projectiles thing. Actually, I think the mod list is in system here. Okay, we have AGO Archery Overhaul. We have Apocalypse Spells, which I haven't seen before. I've played with most of these other mods before. We have Harvest Overhaul, because I want to get a decent bit of things. Immersive Armors, Run for Your Lives. Sky UI, of course, Vivid Weathers, and Wildcat. Those are the big ones. I think we have a weapon one that gives us some cool options as well. But, nothing too crazy. I mostly just like how Skyrim's done, and I want a few, you know, little tiny tweaks to like smithing and stuff. I have a smithing rework that lets me smelt down some equipment and things. I should probably go do that first before anything else. Let's see, Mom says, I wish you lived closer. I need to get my car. It says dealer in Salem. That's good to hear. I hope they fixed it up. Mom is watching on YouTube. I'm trying to stream both to YouTube and Twitch. And I'm mostly streaming for Mom, because that's a good way for us to keep in touch. It says she's got to go. Gotta ask old Uncle Rick to help me with the car. Alright. Glad to hear. I hope everything goes well. Need to go to the smelter. I'm busy talking and not actually doing what we need to do. Just like smelt down this Warhammer. This iron ore, and I don't need either of these leather things. They're pretty light as it is, so Leave it at that. A little bit of deer hide. Actually, I don't even know why we went back to Solitude. I'm too busy talking. We finished this up and didn't have to go back. Oh, beautiful. A dragon. Dragons, we want to fight a ton of them. Oh, and you're not even aggroed against us. You're aggroed against someone else. Beautiful to see. You're aggroed against a giant. Oh man, we've seen this battle once before, and it does not turn out well for the dragon. Actually, because of my level being, I think, 37, 38, I think the dragon is probably pretty on par with a giant at this point. Because I'm probably competent enough that I could fight a giant. And since the dragon has disappeared, there he is. I need you to land so I can fight you. Skyrim by itself is a pretty fun game. Yeah, it's really just nothing can compete with it. I think the reason that there aren't a lot of like other open world games, because like you really need a lot of work and a lot of like talent to compete with Skyrim and any of the Elder Scrolls. A lot of people tout The Witcher as like this great game, but I mean, as an RPG, The Witcher's not that great. It's just got an incredible story, but the combat's repetitive. Your leveling and like crafting stuff is kind of just meh. It's like, go collect things. I think we're gonna fight this giant. The dragon disappeared, and I really do want to see if I can take a giant at this point. I don't think we can. That's not a lot of damage. Oh, maybe we can. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I'm learning that we're not strong enough to fight a giant yet. Oh, yep. Unless we handle it as smartly and as tactically as I can. Ebony Buckler, Elk Hide, Giant's Toes. Giants are really good to fight if you can, at least for the loot after you defeat them. And boy oh boy, we barely survived that one. I want this healing. The only big open world I've seen recently is Elden Ring. Yeah, I've seen Elden Ring, and if I did like the Souls-like combat stuff and their loop, I don't know, Elden Ring and the Dark Souls stuff rub me the wrong way. It's not the kind of game I like, and the style that I like. I like RPGs. It's one of my favorite things to do, even though I do like other game types like FPSs and strategy games and things. I play a little bit of everything, but yeah, the way they make it, it's not like a you versus the game kind of thing. It's you versus the developers in the Dark Souls stuff and Elden Ring and all. Because when I look at it, it's like, it's not you trying to overcome the monsters, it's you trying to overcome the BS that the developers have designed in the game. Where are we headed? We're heading towards this spot over here. Because in most games, like, the developers design, okay, here's the way you're supposed to defeat. You know, you're supposed to level up, you're supposed to get better. And you're supposed to always have a chance at being able to win against the guys you're fighting. But in Elden Ring, it's like, well, no, it's never a fair fight, right? We never give you all the tools to defeat the person, the boss, before you fight them, really. It's irrationally difficult because, well, you just need to figure out the pattern to fight them, and then you can beat them, right? You need to die a bunch of times in order to learn the pattern. Wreck of the Brine Hammer. Oh. Missed our first swing, we will catch on the second one. The mud crabs aren't as big a threat as they were when we were level 1. Even in level 1, they weren't much of a threat. But, I don't know, it feels like the Souls games are kinda, I don't know, just a different type of game. A different type of, yeah, I guess game. Like, not like a genre, but just like a different style. It's hard to say. I can only compare it to Dungeons and Dragons. Elden Ring is the first FromSoft game I've played, but personally I think they're funly challenging. They're definitely challenging. I don't know. I liken it. I say I don't know because it's such a weird concept for me to talk about, because I've never heard anyone else talk about the game the same way. Ooh, all sorts of good ore down here. That's already worth the stop off. I liken it to D&D because I play D&D, and one of the weird stigmas about D&D sometimes is that, and it's not really a stigma, it's just a style of play that I don't personally like. Oh, we're out in Skyrim. In D&D, it's portrayed that the dungeon master is supposed to be against the party, and the party is against the dungeon master, and you're actually butting heads and fighting against each other to let the party do and win, and the dungeon master is trying to kill the party. That's not true. That's not actually true in any D&D, and it never has been. In fact, the dungeon master is trying to facilitate the party and the players to feel like they're heroes and stuff. That's how you have, like, and there are some people who do play it like, oh yeah, you guys actually are fighting against each other. But there's obviously, the dungeon master has complete control, and you just say, oh, this super high level monster comes and kills you. Period. You know, done. And they don't, because there's kind of this, you know, formal agreement like, hey, we want to play this game together, this Dungeons & Dragons, do this role playing, this RPG. You put all the work to put it together. You know, you're not going to just kill us immediately because, you know, you want us to explore it. And we don't want you to kill us immediately because we want to do cool, badass shit in Dungeons & Dragons, like, you know, kill things with swords and magic and all sorts of crazy things that you can't do in something like Skyrim. Because it's obviously all played, you know, as they call it, the theater of the mind. You imagine what's going on and use, you know, the map to, like, represent where your guy's standing and things like that. Where do we want to go now? I think we need to go straight south because there's some ruins down here we want to hit up. But yeah, like the Elden Ring and stuff is just like a you versus the like the party versus the DM kind of thing, where it's not you actually playing against the game, it's you playing against the developers. And I can appreciate that some people do obviously like that kind of struggle, but I definitely like a more, you know, curated thing, like, hey, you know, we made this game so that you can enjoy it. Not through success over frustration and, you know, defeating these quote-unquote impossible challenges, as it feels like some of the bosses are in the Dark Souls franchise. But the idea that, like, in Skyrim, you know, I can go fight any dungeon, and it's not too powerful for me to fight. I kind of do appreciate that. It's designed to be a challenge that is overcomable. And so is the Elden Ring stuff. It's just you have to kind of mash your head against it and die a bunch before you can actually effectively beat it. But I guess that's why I play Skyrim and D&D. D&D is always super cool. With the right people, of course. You can definitely have some goof ups and some oddballs around, but I don't know. D&D is so unique. Let's see. I've been rambling so long about the Elden Ring and Dungeons & Dragons for so long. I have just kind of autopiloted through. Ooh, my goodness. You guys always surprise me. You should recognize that I am, in fact, a legate of the Imperium, and yes, I am, in fact. So have at ye. One of the things in D&D that I enjoy is that, you know, sometimes people act out of character, but generally, because it's being run and imagined by another person, you don't get, you know, scenes like this where, oh, someone comes walking up to a rebel who is clearly, you know, I, as an Imperial legate who won the Civil War, and should be immediately recognized by all these people as an enemy. Not only that, but I'm also wearing, this is one of the modded armors, but I'm also wearing, you know, Imperial specific armor. We are getting our teeth beat in because I am being a goofball and talking instead of fighting effectively. I can fight dog at the same time. It's not that that big a deal, but yeah, in a D&D game, you know, you wouldn't have that situation where it's like, oh, she stopped and was like, "Do you want to fight? You know, what are you doing?" You know, they would immediately look at me and recognize, oh, I can't steal from this place. But obviously, because it's being run by blah 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 blah, I'm babbling over D&D stuff and how cool it is when I should be focusing on Skyrim. We have been working really hard. The only main quest line that we have done is the Civil War, as I've already mentioned, and it is complete. It is the one we started. Another one of the mods I played was the Live Another Life, the Start Another Life thing, which lets you, as one of the options, pick to start in Solitude and, you know, as a soldier for the Legion. And we picked that and did that, and we have run its entire course. And it was always my favorite thing to do, especially because I always, as my first sort of archetype as I play through, is I always play a two-handed warrior. And as you can see, I got a nice cool sword. We got some pretty... The armor doesn't look as cool. It's kind of okay, but compared to the Stormlord stuff that the Stormcloaks have with the armor mod, it's definitely not as cool as the Stormlord stuff. But we ran that through. We did a few other small little quests along the way. Did some sightseeing, but now we're adventuring for a brief little bit before we go to another big story and quest line. And we're kind of coming here in a direction that we're not supposed to, but because our front door is over that way. But I think we'll come here anyway. Just, you know, Batman down, take him out. You ain't counting no coin tonight. Yeah, not with a weak arm like that. All of you guys are only a few swings from death. Haven't really seen D&D in the UK, so I have never played it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not... I don't think it's any more or less popular in America or the UK, actually. It's just kind of a niche tabletop legacy board game, honestly. There's technically the 5th edition, which is the most modern version of the game. Rule set, specifically, of the game. But it's had, you know... Original D&D, Advanced D&D, which was 2nd edition, 2.5, which is with additional rules, 3, 3.5, and then obviously there's 1,000 spin-offs of it. I'm walking out of this dungeon when I don't need to. I need to walk into it. But yeah, I would say that you probably didn't hear it because it's not a mainstream sort of thing. It's getting way more popular now, especially with how big 5th edition has gotten and its popularity. But it's still relatively niche compared to the utter juggernaut that video games is, since video games are even bigger than film and TV series at the moment. Lockpicking is slowly getting up. I don't know if we'll end up maxing lockpicking in our entire run. Mizenshelft, which I'm definitely not pronouncing that right. This is one, I think it's definitely the first Dwarven Ruin in which we are delving into. I've almost intentionally avoided going into them because until I bought the house, I was obviously had to carry all the stuff on top of me. But now for quite a while we've had the house in Solitude where we can store stuff, and so we can, you know, build up our stockpile of things.
Did you hear something?
And specifically the Dwarven, all the Dwarven scrap and metal that we collect is going to take quite a lot of space. Gonna have to go now. It was fun chatting with you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the little chat. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here myself here in a little bit. We'll probably do our best to finish out this dungeon, and then I'll wrap it up, and then off stream I'm gonna handle all the inventory stuff, smithing. Might be able to max it out. Try and get some cooler looking armor. Get some dragon stuff. That'll look real nice. Let's see, we've got bolts, gems. Some of the dwarven stuff we can smelt down into dwarven metal ingots, and some of it we can't. So the dwarven cogs, I tried to pull my sword out earlier, but it didn't want to for some weird reason. Luckily, these guys are pushovers, essentially, and can't really deal much damage to us. Oh. Someone heard that little fight. Come on now. Well, you said it, not me. See, bent dwemer scrap metal we can smelt down into the bar. Everything else we want. Let's see, is this locked? It is. Adept. We got a pretty good chance of getting this picked loose. Nice. And I think there is a few things hidden back here we would like to have. We can't pick up these nice thick pots. There's a dance and fire, which trains our speech, which once we get to 50 is a really good level. Want everything in there. Dwarven oil, but yeah, the cogs specifically, they weigh 10 pounds. They're super heavy, and you can't smelt them down to get dwarven bars out of them, even though it looks like they're clearly made out of dwarven metal. Let us continue. Yeah, these ruins are so cool. Oh, and we got bandits fighting the automatons that are left behind in here. Dwarven spheres. They would be much more dangerous earlier on, but at our current level, they're not much of a fight for us. Let's see. I don't really need the bolts. These guys have solid dwemer metal. We'll take that. I gotta come deal with you. Low level bandits.
Just a scratch.
Well, let me put more than just a scratch on you. Just skew you right through the middle. Don't mind if I do. And then the dwarves have these really weird looking chests. That one's empty. This is just a dresser. Doesn't have, these usually don't have anything we actually want. But as we continue, there will only be the dwarven defenses in which we will face. As this is about as far as the bandits have gotten trying to get in here. We got little dwarven spider guardians. They'll claw at you. They got a lightning attack. A very unique enemy. It's always cool to see. Dwarven Centurion. So this is a little spoiler alert from what's coming ahead. But yeah, this dude. Oh, I can't even move him with my weight thing. This dude, giant dwarven automaton, about the size of a giant. He will wreck house if you let him. He will probably wreck house even if you don't let him. We'll see how we fare against one of those here. Probably upcoming. Not too long. So a little spider worker finished off there. So a little adept gate. We're slowly getting stacked. We're over 400 pounds now. And we don't have much more before we're completely filled. And we will almost assuredly be completely full well before we finish the end of this dungeon. As I've talked about before, like, you get so much scrap metal and stuff that you want to keep and ultimately smelt down. And it weighs a good bit. You gotta be a little picky and choosy, or obviously have a lot of room and or some extra helpful enchantment stuff to help you out. And swimmer, all sorts of nice stuff. Oh, we're not over 400 yet. Got another about a little less than 40 pounds to go. More plate, scrap metal. Scrap metal. More scrap metal. And a little... I wouldn't really call this a puzzle. It kind of looks like a puzzle, but you just kind of... Yeah, you just kind of follow the levers all the way through. Oh no, I gotta go back the way I came. Oh no. And I gotta go back the way I came. Nope, wrong one. I don't know, maybe it is a puzzle. Maybe it's... Ooh, a master level lock. That's a weird looking chest. I guess that's why it's got a master lock on it. We are definitely going to take the time and crack this boy open. Because these are very good chests to loot. Anything with a master lock on it is generally really good to loot. Oh, beautiful. I'll take all of that and then hit this little valve here. Loot this chest for everything. Troll's Bane armor, don't mind if I do. Oh, that stacked us up. What am I looking for? I'm looking for Seal Boots of Holland, which will put us back up, or back to under capacity. And with this little lever here, we're only halfway done with this dungeon and we're already stacked to the gills. However, as you can kind of see here, a little environmental storytelling going. The dwarven contraptions now begets to the Falmer, who are even deeper down below. And we've got quite a long way to go. Let's try and get through this quick, because I do still got to eat. I have a cold bowl of oatmeal in front of me that has been sitting here for an hour and a half. I'm probably just gonna end up heating it up again. We had a lot of work to do today, so I had to work a little bit over longer than I'd like to, which is why I usually try to eat before the stream, but I didn't have time because of the work and stuff. Let's see, Charis eggs. I would like to take a bunch of you, but I need to be a little bit more selective with my inventory and that which fills it, so we won't be taking a bunch of those Charis eggs back there that I would like to have. Mr. Gloom Lurker? Not a problem. Now, we have... I think there's some loot to be had down in this water. I'm not gonna go swimming through there. It's kind of crappy, the swimming stuff that's in the game. It's probably not worth getting anyway. We're gonna have to, you know, pick and choose what we've got going anyway. So, let's see, eggs. On Mr. Gloom Lurker, just like the last. We're actually, like, those guys have a decent bit of health, and we're gunning through them with that cutscene kill. Pretty... Again, it's not something that I can, like, actively do. It's just a nice finishing move when they're the last enemy in the area. Excuse me. Let us continue. Oh, they got, like, little steeples here. Little... Oh, no, they're pews, not steeples. Like they have a little church or something, even though you guys can't talk. Oh, of course we stacked ourselves up. Luckily, we have one more final limit, or one more final enchanted set of equipment we can put on to increase our carry weight. We have another, I guess, can we carry this? We can. Alright, well, we're pretty much stacked. As absolutely full as we can go. Almost 500 pounds. And we are nearing, very near to the end of this dungeon. At least I hope so. I think I'm remembering this correctly. We have a little bit further to go down this way. Oh, it hit its own plant. Not plant, its own bug. Finish you off. Look through the chests. Nothing heavy in there, so we'll take everything. Anything in here? Oh, still some people they've been kidnapping and eating. Oh, I might have been mistaken. We might still have quite a bit to go. Yeah, we do. This is one of the longest dungeons in the entire game. Come on, Falmer. Follow to me, Falmer. I hope these guys have really high-end soul gems, because I think we're filling them up rather quick. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Black soul gems that are full, lesser. Oh, no. So we're starting to fill common soul gems with lessers, which is not good at all. I'm hoping that we don't fill any grand or greaters with the lower tiers. How many more empty commons do we have? 4. And I think we're definitely going to fill them all. We're going to fill one more here. Let's open that gate down here with that little button. And I think there's loot to be had up here. I don't know if we can carry it all. We got to get through this locked door first, which is no problem for me. Expert lock for an expert locksmith. Take that dwarven oil. Gold. And I can't take anything else there, even though I would prefer to. Dwarven oil? Nope, that puts me over. I'll take both of these, and we're going to decide, I think... Heaviest thing I carry is a piece of solid dwarven metal. 25 pounds. And we only get 5 pounds worth of dwarven metal out of it. So it's not really efficient, but it is obviously it'll give you the most dwarven metal out of it once you smelt it down. But we can't do it here. Gotta wait till later. Gotta wait till we get back home. I looted all these chests, right? Nope, didn't loot that one. I saw that one and something in my head. It was like, I looted 2 chests around here. And that was not one of them. Oh, come on. Battle Master. Okay, you're a bit tough. You're actually quite tough. Let me fight you a bit smartly. I'm not fighting smart at all. Well, we're gonna win the fight anyway. Through brute force. If not skill, we will win our battles. We leveled up, which means we will put another point into our health. We're saving the perk points. We've got a few things we're actually saving perk points up for. Smithing, of course, and let's see. This is not the correct way to go, I don't think. It is not. This is where they have loot locked away. Locked away behind a locked door. Ooh, another big, giant Centurion body. We'll leave the scale mail here. Can I take the strut? I can. And I can loot this guy. I don't want the cog. Drop it on the ground. Still got some movement to go. Or some mobility left in us. How much more weight do we have? We're like 4 pounds. And we're stacked, so. Nothing there we want. Soul gem, dwarven oil. I can take that, I suppose. There's going to be something in the final chest at the end of this dungeon that I'm going to want to take. And I'm going to have to dump probably another... Yeah, a third... Oh no, this is the final battle. You can barely see him off in the distance. But there is one of the giant dwarven centurions, in which we must defeat, along with more dwarven machinations. Oh, he breathes steam breath at us and absolutely melts us. I forget that that's such a good attack, regardless of your level. It does a straight damage per second. My only hope is to be able to like kind of stun lock him. Oh, he's even a master. He's even a stronger tier of these centurions. We can hide behind the pillar, kind of. It doesn't help that much though. Flavoring around the rosy a little bit. What potions do I have? Fortified two-handed, don't mind if I do. Resist fire, it gives me 2, so it's like double good to have. No poison's gonna help. I think... Can't even stagger him with our stuff. Not unless we hit him hard. Right through the gut there, baby. And we have him finished off. Now this is where I can kind of go a little overboard with the looting, because what we will do is we will use ourselves a solution of strength, or maybe a filter. I don't know which one I need. I'm gonna go for the big one, and we will loot as much as we can before it finally weighs us down once again. There's all sorts of stuff down here. Some dwarven scrap, which is good stuff to get. But I think actually the like armor and things are more efficient as far as like getting. We need to get into here, which means we need to hit that lever, take that metal. There's another big, huge one there, and major blocking scrap metal. Oh my goodness. Troll's Bane heavy gauntlets. We are way over our carry capacity, even with everything going for us. I'm gonna drop that regular dwarven shield and these dwarven boots, and that will put us barely under our current weight capacity. Ooh. And this, again, hints to another quest in which we will return. But alas, we are not done with our looting. We have one... Or no, are we done with our looting? Is there not like another chest around here? I guess not. That's good enough. That's good enough what we got. We're full. No need to look a gift horse in the mouth. And we are out here, back in the wilds of Skyrim. And that's where sorry, start that again. We're back here in the wilds of Skyrim. And that's where we're going to wrap it off for today. We are going to head back to Solitude, do all our housekeeping chores, and then come back as we finish our final little bit of exploring around the Solitude territory. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. We're going to come back tomorrow with